My name is Zain Haq, and I was charged with criminal contempt of court for breaking the injunction that was put in place to protect the construction of the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion. Sir David King, who's the former chief scientific advisor to the British government, has said we have 3 to 4 years left to save humanity. So most of that responsibility lies in countries in the global north and so-called Western democracies. When you go over 2 degrees increase in global average temperatures, then you can't grow food in large parts of the world. And when you can't grow food in large parts of the world, and when people start starving, that means war and genocide and societal collapse and human suffering at a scale we've never seen before. And it's not like the Second World War or other famines throughout history where it happens and then it goes away. Once we go past the tipping points, which some would argue we already have, then it's going to be like this for thousands of years. I think the BC government and the Liberal government will be seen the way we see historically the appeasers. They're appeasing the fossil fuel industry, and they're facilitating this project while saying that they're against it. So I've been arrested 10 times over the past year and a half. Once I got arrested for the first time, I realized that it's not a big deal compared to what's coming down the line, and compared to other places in the global south where people rebel and take part in civil disobedience all the time, and they're faced with far worse consequences than we would be in Canada. And yet we see it seldom in a place like Canada, and we see it more often in the global south. To end projects like the Trans Mountain Pipeline, or to protect the old growth forests of BC, we need to follow the Freedom Riders tradition, where in the United States you had a group of young people. It ended up being 400, and it started with 5 people who were demanding the desegregation of interstate busing, and their explicit plan was to fill up the prison. And ultimately, by the end of the campaign, by the end of 5 months, you had 430 people in prison. And that's what it took to get a very minor demand of desegregating interstate busing. So getting pipelines to stop or getting old growth logging to stop will require hundreds of people going to prison and incurring a severe judicial cost, a policing cost, and a reputational cost on the government. And without doing those things, then we won't get anywhere. And so the 5 of us going to prison, the 6 of us going to prison, is going to hopefully lead the way to sort of make the fear go away in the community of going to prison.